The door clicked shut behind me. No shouting. No slammed fists or shattered plates. Just a soft, final click. It's strange how endings come, not with a bang but with a whisper. Her father was standing there, face blotchy and red, veins pulsing in his neck like they were ready to burst. His voice cracked with rage. "All you do is take," he spat, flecks of saliva spraying the air between us. "You've never given this family anything." And her, my wife, stood beside him. Arms crossed, face cold, eyes hollowed out by contempt. "If you had any pride left," she said, her voice flat and cruel, "you'd walk away." So I did. No duffel bag, no dramatic speeches. I left my keys on the table, turned my back to the woman I once thought I'd grow old with, and stepped into the night with nothing but silence behind me. 2 months passed. Then came the first crack. Her sister called, voice soaked in panic and confusion, sobbing into the phone. Why did the tuition payment stop? Then my wife's voice days later, laced with fury. "I just lost the house. Why didn't you pay the mortgage?" I stared at my phone, unmoved. Calm. Detached. I thought of what her father said, "You never gave this family anything." So I sent them the only message they'd get from me now. Thought I never gave this family anything. But it hadn't always been this way. When I first met her, she was sunlight, warm, alive, dazzling. Laughter in her voice, fire in her eyes. She spoke of dreams. A little house, a garden, lazy Sundays wrapped in each other. I believed in every word. I believed in her. Her family? Rough around the edges, sharp-tongued, wary of outsiders. But I figured love could soften all that. So I worked. I worked. 12-hour shifts, side hustles deep into the night, freelance gigs, anything to build the life she dreamed of. No complaints. No grandstanding. I paid her student loans. Covered her sister's tuition. Sent money when the roof caved in on her parents' house. Bought the groceries. Paid the bills. Managed the mortgage. Never once did I ask for applause. That's what love is, right? Quiet effort. Invisible sacrifice. But not to them. To them I was never enough. The signs were there, in hindsight, always are. Sly comments during holidays. Her dad slapping my back like I was livestock he was inspecting. Her mother's side glances, her sister's smug whispers. And her, slowly she stopped defending me. Like I was on trial, and the verdict was already whispered behind closed doors. Then came the dinner. A Saturday. Her father made a joke about leeches, how some people just take and take. Everyone laughed. Even her. Especially her. That night, in the quiet of our bedroom, I asked her gently, "Do you believe that?" She didn't answer. Just rolled over, pulling the blankets around her like a fortress, leaving me on the cold side of the bed. That silence screamed louder than anything. The next morning I checked our bank accounts. She'd opened a new one. Hidden. Private. The payments I made, for her sister's tuition, the mortgage, the groceries, were all being filtered through her. She was crafting a story. One where she was the provider. The hero. I was just the shadow. A ghost. A placeholder. I didn't scream. I didn't accuse. I didn't even flinch. I just watched. Took notes. Memorized every transaction like a surgeon prepping for a precise, final cut. I started small. Quiet. Canceled automatic payments. Redirected my income to a new private account. Consulted a lawyer, one of the best, the kind who makes clean exits look like masterpieces. Every dollar I gave their family was documented, clean, traceable, undeniable. Receipts. Transfers. Emails. Even the mortgage, I'd refinanced it in my name alone. Funny thing about trust, it's easy to gain when you're the one holding the pen. Her father had a heart scare last year. I held his hand. Signed the medical forms. Got power of attorney. They never questioned it. Why would they? I was just the silent background, the invisible support system. So I let them feel safe. Let them believe I was licking my wounds somewhere pathetic. Meanwhile, I was dismantling the world they'd built on my back. Brick by brick. The tuition was canceled. Mortgage due. Family credit lines frozen. They never noticed the rug was missing until the floor was already gone. First came her sister, frantic, sobbing. Then my wife, louder, harsher. "You selfish bastard. How could you do this to us?" Funny how us only returns when things fall apart. I didn't respond. I didn't explain. I just sent her the same message. Thought I never gave this family anything. And then I watched. Quietly. From a distance. The house went into foreclosure. The university demanded full tuition up front. Creditors swarmed like vultures. Her father, once so proud, sold his truck. Then his tools. Finally, the house he was so proud of. My wife called every week at first, screaming, then crying, then begging. I never picked up. I let the silence answer for me. Then came the courthouse. She stood there, pale and trembling, with a court-appointed lawyer she could barely afford. I sat across from her, calm. My lawyer flipped through a file an inch thick, every page a quiet bullet. She tried to speak, to accuse, to spin a new version. But the paper trail didn't lie. The judge saw through her like glass. In the end, she walked away with nothing. No house. No alimony. Just debt. And a brand new understanding of what it means to be truly alone. As I walked past her, she reached out, just a flicker of desperation. A hand reaching for something already gone. I leaned in, close enough for only her to hear. "You taught me something," I whispered. "How to take everything quietly. Revenge isn't rage. It's patience. It's precision. It's the art of waiting for the right moment to cut the cord and let the empire they built on your back collapse in silence." They mistook kindness for weakness. They thought I was a giver because I was desperate. They called me a taker when they finally felt what it was like when I stopped giving. Betrayal is an art. But so is revenge. And me? I've never been better at anything in my life.